another student here who attends school at Yale Academy. And I want to invite her up. Mariam, to say a few words. Mariam, invite. Come on up.
Good evening and assalamu alaikum. My name is Mariam Bain. I'm in 8th grade, graduating class at Yale Academy. I've been learning about Ramadan since what feels like forever, and I've been fasting every year since I was very young. Ramadan has always been eagerly awaited in our household, and when it does roll around, excitement and happiness overcomes me. Preparations for Ramadan start way before preparations for any other month. Fasting does not feel like a burden upon me at all, as one might think it may. In fact, because alhamdulillah, we never get a chance to feel hungry, not eating for a while is actually quite refreshing. It's not even hard to get used to. And besides, we get to enjoy all the yummies we want after sundown. One of the best parts, for a night prayer, we go to the mosque and pray extra, exclusively for the month of Ramadan. It allows us to stay out past our curfew and see our friends at the masjid. And of course, we get unlimited reward for it. I love going to pray Tarawih at night, and it definitely qualifies one of my favorite parts of Ramadan. And then, of course, after Ramadan, we have Eid, our biannual festival to celebrate. So from before Ramadan, during it, and after, we have a wonderful and spectacular experience, and we can barely wait until the next Ramadan. I've gone to an Islamic school my entire life, and I'm proud to wear hijab everywhere I go. I try my best to be a good Muslim, praying our daily prayer, reading the Quran, our holy book, and fasting the month of Ramadan. Although I'm a fully committed Muslim, I have another job I can't forget. I'm also a citizen of the United States of America. And as we've been learning since a very young age, citizenship is a responsibility. Citizenship means following all the laws and rules of this country, honoring it and respecting it. Citizenship means being patriotic towards it and standing up for it if I need to. It means caring about it, loving it. And although I'm Muslim, although I'm a hijabi, although I pray 5 times a day, although I fast in this blessed month of Ramadan, I'm still a fully committed citizen who loves her country. In conclusion, fasting, praying, reciting the Quran, and all these other holy acts does not keep me from being a regular U.S. citizen who cares deeply about her country. If anything, being a Muslim makes me feel more like a proper citizen because it makes me feel as though I'm representing the diversity of this country. Thank you, and assalamu alaikum.
Now I would like to request our guest, the Indian Consul General, to come and say a few words. Thank you.
Friends, assalamu alaikum. Congressman Rokhanna, all elected officials, all dignitaries present here, all friends, all my Muslim brothers and sisters. It's an honor to be in your midst for the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan. It's a very special occasion. In fact, in India, when we grow up, we know that this is an annual occasion, which is not only the fact that you have a pre-dawn meal, suhoor, and you break your fast in the evening with iftar. Much more than that, it is actually an occasion which is marked by abstinence, it is marked by self-control and discipline. And this discipline, as it instills, is actually something which applies not only to the Muslim community, but the entire humanity. In fact, on this occasion, I remember one of the ethos of India, which we like to talk about, which is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one. And in fact, last year when I was in India, the King of Jordan, King Hussein, had come, and the King of Jordan mentioned about it, that how the world is one and what its significance is. If we do not talk about in terms of different communities, while we maintain our special aspects of each community. And in fact, in India, we have the largest number of, one of the largest number of Muslims, and I was actually seeing one of the, as long as we truly practice our faith, and as I quote from Holy Prophet Muhammad, when he himself said, "None of you have faith until he loves for his brother and for his neighbor what he loves for himself." This is very true. We should never allow, Congressman Rokan mentioned about the hatred that grows in hate crime, but we should never allow hatred and violence come anywhere near our peoples and disrupt our societies. Once again, thank you for inviting me to partake iftar with you. I consider it an honor, and let us today pray for love, peace, and happiness for all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We have one more Elm Academy student, that's Mariam Malik. Could you come up, please?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mariam Malik and I am from Elm Academy. Every year, for at least 29 days, Muslims are given a month of serenity and tranquility, when one can truly reflect on their actions and discover how to be a better Muslim. Ramadan is a month for a person to discover who they truly are and who they genuinely want to be. Ramadan is legitimately the month in which the soul actually finds true rest. Ramadan isn't a month for waking up early, fasting the whole day, and then gorging oneself with thought. It is a month for one to find true peace and be grateful. Muslims fast during the month of Ramadan to become pious. Piety is normally referred to as taqwa in the Arabic language, which is derived from the root waqa, meaning to safeguard or to save. Taqwa means to be conscious of the existence of Allah, acting towards pleasing Allah, and fearing Allah and seeking protection from the anger of Allah and His punishment. This protection is realized by doing what Allah commands and refraining from everything that Allah forbids. Fasting in Ramadan gives a person the real spirit of social belonging, of unity and brotherhood, and of equality before God. This spirit is the natural result of the fact that when people fast, they feel that they are joining the whole Muslim society in observing the same duty in the same manner at the same time for the same motives and for the same end. Ramadan is a time for thought, action, and change for every believer. Being a Muslim in America doesn't deprive me from who I am or from fasting. American Muslims are present in all walks of life, as doctors, as taxi drivers, lawyers, and newspaper vendors, accountants, homemakers, academics, media personalities, athletes, and entertainers. Many of us, even though we are fasting, are keeping up our duties as American citizens. Many American Muslims are civically engaged, working with their neighbors to better their communities. Being a Muslim in America doesn't stop us from our religious or civic duties. Rather, it teaches us how to balance law and religion at the same time. Overall, Ramadan is a time for one to reflect his or her own actions, thoughts, and overall behavior. The fact that we're fasting doesn't stop us from our civic nor daily duties. It is also a month for us to test our limits and find out who we truly are inside. Is that enough?
Thank you, Mariam. Both Mariams from Elm Academy, thank you very much. I don't know if you guys noticed, she was wearing checkered vans. I used to have those when I was a kid. So some things don't change, but she's wearing a nice hijab and practicing Islam and everything, so love your shoes. All right, next I'm going to introduce Amina Ghazali. She's one of the founding members of Islamic network group that's named Benji. She co-designs and develops the educational presentations and cultural competency seminars. And Amina has delivered hundreds of presentations in schools, colleges, universities, churches, and other venues on Islam and related subjects. She's also appeared on many news outlets speaking on issues related to American Muslims. She's currently team teachers a class on Islam at San Francisco City College. And Nina received a Master of Arts in Near Eastern Studies from the University of California, Berkeley, and a Bachelor of Arts in History from the University of Illinois. Nina represents Muslim religion. Come on up, please.
Good evening, everybody. Respected guests, thank you so much for coming out here tonight, despite the rain. Is it really raining in May? What's happening? But we count our blessings. So I'm going to attempt the very challenging task of giving an overview about Islam and Muslims in 20 minutes. Because we're racing against the clock, very fast, about 8:20, and we also want to do some Q&A. So I have my assistant here who's going to go through these slides very quickly. If I'm talking too quickly, someone wave at me, but hopefully it will be clear. So one of the things that you'll notice about Muslims when you first meet them is that they greet each other with the term Assalamu alaikum, which is very similar to how you say hello or goodbye, also in Hebrew, the term Shalom alaikum. And that is not a coincidence. It is because both Hebrew and Arabic are Semitic languages. And so the term salam in Arabic means peace, as it does in Hebrew the word shalom. So I'm going to greet you all by saying Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
And you would respond back by saying Wa alaikum assalam. Let's try it again. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Very good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good information there. And thank you, Sister Amina, also for expediting your presentation a little bit. I'm going to do a real quick time check. We've got a hard stop at 8:15. 8:15, we've got a hard stop. We're going to break our fast. That's the iftar time. So there's one more thing we want to do, a couple more things we want to do. That's to get the panelists up here. Sister Moina, I've already introduced her. Come on up. Sister Amina, come on up to the stage. We can turn off that PowerPoint if you don't mind. And then I want to introduce one more panelist. He is a tech executive living in the Fremont area with his wife and 2 sons. He is a community volunteer engaged in youth empowerment through education, coaching, and mentoring. That's SMB. SMB, come on up. All right, so I got a handful of questions. If there's any more questions in the audience, hand them over to Shark Bag. Where's Shark Bag? If there's more questions, send them up towards this side over here, towards the speaker stand. And then I'll get hold of those questions and I'll ask them. All right, you guys good? Yeah. All right, let's get started. So the first question is, can you drink water during the fasting period of the day?
No food or water. Not even a sip of water. That's the short answer.
So I get the same question again and again when I go to my work, and when people ask me about water and their jaws just get dropped. They say, oh my God, Hassan, I can't believe you can't even drink water. I say, yes, that is true. So no water, no food. And of course, the whole purpose, as Sister Amina was talking about, is to observe patience, perseverance, discipline, and building that character that, during the fasting time, it's kind of really amazing that during fasting, at least 3 times, we are doing the ablution, the purification, and putting water into our mouth, but just because of the fear of God and the care of God, we don't drink it. So that's the whole self-control aspect.
Thank you. Okay, next question. Please talk about fasting for chronically ill folks.
So there are categories of people who are exempt from fasting, and that would include people who are chronically ill, like somebody who has diabetes, and it would be life-threatening to fast. They can instead donate money to a poor person that covers their food for each day that they miss. So it's around probably $7 to $10 times 30, and they would donate either directly or they could give it to a charitable organization. The other categories include women who are pregnant or nursing, people who are traveling, and the people who are traveling would need to make it up later, as would a woman who's pregnant or nursing if she's able to. So sick people who are chronically ill would be the only category where they would not make it up later. If they are temporarily ill, then they can make it up later. But if it's a chronic disease, then they would just donate it less than.
I'm going kind of fast here. At what age do children get involved with religious process?
So it depends. With regard to prayer, which as I mentioned is probably the pillar that impacts Muslims the most, there's a prophetic saying that you should teach your kids to pray when they're 7, and then they really should be praying all 5 prayers by the time they're 10. But Islam makes the distinction that you're considered a child until puberty, which is, around 12 or 13, and then you're held accountable. Before that, you're kind of practicing. It's a time of just learning. So by the time someone reaches puberty, they should be praying, they should be fasting. Now you will find young people fasting. Some of the young people that came up here, as young as 7 or 8. A lot of times, young people, children want to fast, even though they're not required to fast, because everyone else in the family is fasting, and they get jealous, and if they think that they're being cool if they're fasting, but they are actually not required to fast when they're that young.
So I have a granddaughter who's 5 years old. She's 6. Last year, she told her parents that she was going to wake up and fast. And so she did wake up for the morning breakfast, early morning, but of course by the middle of the day she was done. But that's how kids get very excited at a young age, and they want to fast.
Okay, you had just 2 questions with that response, so thank you. I won't ask the one with the fast. Okay, what is the significance of burqa?
So the burqa usually refers to the entire covering. Now you see me and Moina are wearing a headscarf, and we're covering everything except our face and hands. And that is what many Muslim women believe is, the commanded dress for a Muslim woman. There's 2 verses in the Quran that talk about covering, and they are quite general. So there are 6,000 verses in the Quran, only about 2 or 3 actually talk about dress for women. So one of them says, tell the believing women to draw their head covers over their chest or their bosom. The other says, tell the believing women to draw their outer garments to their feet so that they will be recognized and not harassed. So the implication there is that it's an identity and a protection. There's another verse that tells about Muhammad that when one of his wives wanted to talk to someone, that they should speak from behind a hijab or a curtain. And so while many Muslim women interpret that it's enough to just cover the head, other Muslim women interpret that they should also cover the face. So you'll see both of these considered to be valid opinions. So the burqa would include not only covering the whole body, but also either part of the face, which is called niqab, or wearing a thinner veil that would cover also the eyes, and people would be able to see out. This is a common dress in countries like Yemen, for instance, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, a lot of Gulf countries. In other countries, you don't see it as common. So it is also, there's a little bit of cultural aspect that many women who wear it are doing it because they believe that is the religious obligation.
One more related to hijab. What are the requirements for a head covering to be considered a hijab?
I mean, it's a scarf. So, I bought scarves from Sears, from Macy's. I'm sure you have too, and I'm sure, when it's raining, it looks like everyone's wearing hijab because, you see ladies covering their head. So it can be any kind of scarf. As the Quranic verse says, tell the women to draw it over their chest. So the idea is often interpreted that in pre-Islamic times, women would cover their hair when they would leave their chest bare, and so it was not inventing the headscarf, but just completing it so that it also included this area. You will find some women wear a larger scarf because they are literally interpreting it that way. So because the verse is quite general, it's not very specific, you will find a great diversity in the way that Muslim women dress.
And let me just give a comparison. All 3 Abrahamic faiths, women have some shape and form of head covering. In Orthodox Judaism, women either cover their hair with a scarf or they wear a wig. In Christianity, last year my husband and I were in Jerusalem during Easter, and there were plenty of Christian pilgrims there, and every woman had her head covered. There was a scarf. So there is some shape and form in all 3 Abrahamic faiths.
got about 7 more minutes, and I'm going to give this question to Abdus, right? What if you forget to eat in the morning when you're fasting? In Seder time, what if you forget to eat?
That's a really tough one. I personally believe that what happens is that we get so excited in the month of Ramadan that we actually fairly stuff ourselves fairly well, even after breaking our fast. So sometimes even personally, I tend to just only take dates in the morning, and that's pretty much it. And honestly, even if I skip my eating in the Sahar time, in the opening when I start my fasting, I think I personally feel like I have enough energy and enough motivation to get my entire day going. So it does happen that sometimes we step over and we don't even eat in the morning. And I really have gone with those days without any major problem. I was actually surprised when I saw and I noticed even my sons, when they were really young, 10, 11, 12 years old, age, and they had this, slept over, issue, and they just continued their fast because it's not so much about not only the physical energy, but also the spiritual energy that really gets the body going.
Thank you. Just let me add to that, just for curiosity. If you don't wake up and you're not able to eat in the morning, does it impact the validity of your fast?
Absolutely no. The only thing that, there are things that break the fast, so if you intentionally eat, that will break your fast. Even if you eat unintentionally, which happens a lot in the beginning of Ramadan, you forget, you just keep fasting because you forgot. So, no, you would just keep fasting.
Thank you. So you guys will notice that the scouts are putting snacks or food on the table. This food is for the iftar opening, and that's going to be at 8:16. Exactly at 8:16 we can start eating. So if you can hold out until 8:16, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, next question. Got about 5 more minutes. What are the major beliefs of Muslims?
I think I just went over that.
You want to take it just a quick highlight, 30 seconds?
Sure, unless they mean beyond those. So the 6 cardinal beliefs which I put on the PowerPoint those are fundamental to Muslims across the world. So every Muslim has to believe in one God, obviously. That's the whole focus of Islam. Every Muslim has to believe that there are these other life forms called angels, including the angel Gabriel who brought the Quran to Muhammad. Every Muslim has to believe in a succession of prophets from beginning with Adam, going through Abraham, Moses, and Muhammad. And as a Muslim, I have to believe that Moses was a prophet, that Abraham was a prophet, that Jesus was a prophet. Every Muslim believes that these prophets, some of them received holy scriptures. Every Muslim believes that eventually all of us will die and be brought back to life on the day of judgment. And every Muslim believes that God's divine will encompasses knowledge of everything that happens in this life.
Thank you for repeating that. When was the Islamic Center of Fremont established? What year was it built?
I know, it looks like that. I guess I need to look at, I don't know, please, I was citing 1997. 1997, and I can tell you the way this community is growing, it's just amazing, and especially it's really heartening to see the young kids who came and did lots of different presentations. It's just really exhilarating and amazing.
So this location opened just a few years ago. The main campus of the Islamic Center of Fremont is in Irvington. That started in 1997, but this is the second campus for the same mosque that opened recently, a few years ago. 4 years ago.
Okay, just have one more question here. Thank you for your question. The gentleman wants to know, why do men pray separately from the women?
So you may have noticed that the Muslim prayer is very physical. It's not sitting in a chair, it's actually standing, bowing, prostrating. And we're actually asked to pray shoulder to shoulder right next to the person next to us. So it would not be modest for men and women to pray shoulder to shoulder with each other. Muslim women also would not feel comfortable praying in front of men. And so there's a prophetic saying that the best rows for men in the front, the best rows for women in the back, and then the kids are in between as a barrier. And I've actually prayed in a very small mosque in Oakland called the Lighthouse Mosque. It was like 800 square feet. And I literally experienced why that was true, because when you go down, you don't want to be coming up, you know, without a child kind of as a barrier in between. So in this mosque, they have, you know, this glass barrier. You know, every mosque is slightly different. Some mosques have no barrier. Some mosques have women on a balcony overlooking the men. Some mosques, the holiest site in all of Islam is actually in Mecca, and it's circular, so there is no division, although, you know, you'll find groups of women praying side by side. But generally speaking, men and women do not pray next to each other because it would not be modest. And they're trying to focus on God. Their purpose in coming to the mosque is to be godly, and they don't want any of that distraction.
Okay, we got 10 minutes here, and 10 minutes or 10 more minutes. We got 10 minutes before breaking a fast. Sorry. Okay. Any more questions? We have a statement I want to share with the audience here. But is there any more questions that you guys want to ask as a panelist? No more
I
questions?
think Amina did a good job of explaining everything so people know.
So one of our brothers here wants to point out that Japanese cell biologist Yoshinori got the Nobel Prize as a specialist in biology. He discovered that being empty stomach would destroy bad cells that cause cancer. One of the additional benefits of fasting.
Actually, it's a fad now that people will fast to lose weight, and one of the fads is to fast twice a week, which is actually, Muslims don't just fast in Ramadan. It's encouraged to fast on Monday and Thursdays, or to fast 3 days in the middle of the month. There's other days, special days to fast. So it's interesting now that fasting has become now a health solution.
Okay, panelists, thank you so much for addressing those questions.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. My brother, assembly member, can thank you.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much for inviting my wife and I to be here to celebrate the holy month with all of you. Like my brother was saying, that you know, this is a good opportunity with the open house to introduce your culture to the general community, and also for the general community to ask questions and introduce their culture. So I just want to thank the Islamic Center of Fremont for opening up your beautiful home and welcome all of us to be here to celebrate the holy month and so on.
Thank you. I would like my brother's name of the program to say thank you for the speech. And then we have the dua.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is really a great opportunity to have interfaith and all city officials and all the government officials here. On behalf of ICF, Islamic Center of Fremont, I welcome and also thank you very much for your time to spend fascinating time with us. Jazakumullah khairan. Islam.
Okay, thank you everybody. In closing, we're going to call up Maulana Shah bin Ahmed for the dua and closing prayer.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام، تبارك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم، وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت، وعافنا فيمن عافيت، وتولنا فيمن توليت، وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت، وقنا شر ما قضيت، فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك، إنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت، تبارك ربنا وتعاليت. نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. We make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends His peace and blessings, His mercy upon all of us, and we make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all of our sins, elevates us, and makes us from those that follow the right path. We make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends peace, blessings, compassion and love amongst all of our hearts, unites all of our hearts, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it such where we come together as one community. We make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevates and helps all those in need and all those around the world that are stricken in war, in hunger, in trials and tribulations. We make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cures those that are sick and helps those that are in need. We make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alleviates all the problems that everybody has, and we make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts us and makes us from those pious. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا